what the message was for you guys during the bye week was, hey, let's take this time to get better as a team, fix what we have to fix, and go forward?
And I feel like when you got bye weeks, you come back and you evaluate technique. You go back to technique and fundamentals because at the end of the day, November, people are playing their best ball, and you want to be playing your best ball as a team and individually.
So we actually talked to Rob Leonard last week, and he actually mentioned that same thing in terms of technique, and specifically for you sticking to that technique consistently. Is that something you've been working on? How's your consistency been coming along?
Man, as you get rolling, you start to shy away from the technique, but you start seeing you can make plays just having better hand placement or better pad level. So the thing personally with me is to fall back on the technique and the training so that the plays come to me and I can make the plays that the defense needs me to make.
Where are you most comfortable playing, interior defensive line or on the outside?
Man, y'all always ask that.
I got to know.
It depends, man. I'm good on both, I can play inside, I can play outside. I'm more of a inside pass rusher than a run down outside.
I know you since you've been a rookie, Max took a liking to you and helped you however he could. It looks like you guys have only gotten closer since then. And what's it like for the team when he goes out, and how do you have to step up? And even at practice, like leading stretches where he's always out in front and when he's not there.
Man, I'm not going to say, Max being out, I got to be Max Crosby. No, that's me. I'm going to still be myself. But, with him being out, he brings an energetic piece to the practice and, the flying around to the ball and, talking that. So, with me coming in, you got to step into a role, like where you got to make the plays that he ain't making and bring the energy to the D-line and defense and the whole team and just try to be myself, but, fill in that role as well.
Last year, you were so successful using this bye week as kind of a springboard. The bye week reflection, all the stuff that you did.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this bye week was equally successful for you?
Yeah, because like I told him, you go back to the technique. You see what you're lacking, and you can really slow down and think about it, watch yourself and evaluate it, and then come back and put those pieces into play when we come back and get rolling.
What kind of identity do you think that this D-line is developing?
I would say, man, everybody on the D-line is different. I feel like that's what makes us, it's a whole lot of different skill sets, different personalities in the D-line, and we all got different traits, and that's what makes us different in the D-line in the NFL.
How do you rate Trevor Lawrence's mobility? Is that a guy where you got to be really cognizant of that gap control and not letting him escape out the pocket to make plays?
And we played some mobile quarterbacks through the year. People say you got to look for the rush. No, if you rush right and rush forward as one, you'll affect the quarterback how you're supposed to affect. I feel like when you start trying to cage rush, that's what they want you to do, and they can move around and put you in places that you ain't supposed to be in to make the plays and throw the ball out down the field.
So even with a guy like that, you just got to peel your ears back sometimes and get after it?
I'm not saying just peel your ears out and be selfish, but you just, when your role is to set the edge or level rush or B-gap step up, you gotta be in those key pieces.
Tyree, you talked about the differences in terms of the defensive line, what you all bring to the table. Can you explain for those who may not know what JJ and Tonka, what they bring to the table as the rookies?
Man, at first they was a little quiet. They opened up now. They funny guys, dancers. They both really athletic guys. You saw that when, before the draft, and they brought that in, and they came in bring energy to the D-line.
What have you seen out of Travis Etienne and the way that they use him in that offense there?
He's a great running back. Has a spark. He wants the people to. You got to get him down because he is a strong runner and gets the contact yards after the contact. So we got to be flying to the ball and get him down.
Mentally, physically, to get yourself ready to come back and play games.
Yeah, it was fun. It was amazing. I went to Zion, Utah, so just kind of relax a little bit, go out there and see the nature. So it was fun to kind of, just get away and reset.
First time there?
Yeah, first time.
What'd you think? I've never been. That's a bucket lister for me too.
I think it was nice. It was nice stuff to see. It was beautiful out there. Like I said, it was fun to kind of just get away and see something different and a new scene, change the scenery.
Pretty cool that Vegas isn't that far from it.
Right, yeah, only 2.5 hours, so we got there pretty quick and just kind of relaxed out there.
This week, when you look at Jacksonville, their biggest strengths that you're hoping to live up to on Sunday?
Yeah, we know they have a good. Their defensive line is good, and they, are pretty high up in the league in takeaways. So we just want to minimize what their front can do and protect the ball. And if you protect the ball in this league, you have a chance at winning. So we just want to be clean with the ball, protect it, and keep open running lanes and keep Geno clean back there.
Thank you.
No problem.
DJ, obviously they have a lot of changes on that side in terms of Jacksonville, but you played them last season. Have you seen any similarities, or does that help you at all, the fact that y'all played them last year?
Yeah, it kind of helps. I actually need to go back and look at that game just to kind of see, because I watched more of the games from this year. But, of course, it's the same players, so they probably have some of the same tendencies. So I'll definitely go back and watch that. But, it definitely kind of helps out when you play a team, the year before, and then you can kind of go watch that and see, what they do similar.
This is your second bye week, right? This is, if I'm not mistaken, last year and then this year. Did you do anything differently this year than you did last year?
I don't even remember what I did last year. I think last year I might have just stayed here. So, yeah, I did. I kind of got away a little bit this year, but I think last year I stayed here the whole time.
It looks like Brock is back. Looks like he's a lot healthier than what he's been. What is it going to mean to have him back in the offense for you guys?
It's huge. It's huge. He, creates matchup problems for the defense. They have to game plan a little different for him. So, it's huge to have a game changer like that back. And, I'm excited to see what he's going to do this week.
Not to use the word feel, because a lot of people use the word feel a lot, but do you feel as the offensive lineman a huge difference when Brock is not out there, or when the talent of Brock's level is not out there?
You,
is it more of just status quo because you're playing offensive line?
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of different for me. I feel like that's easier for Geno to see, kind of, because how they're playing coverages. But I feel like Mike does this. Mike is a great tight end too. So I feel like either way, they got to pick their poison. And we got playmakers everywhere.
Well, let's talk about that, though, right? Because a lot of people do sleep on Michael Mayer. A lot of people overlook Michael Mayer. And Michael is a pretty darn good football player and was in his own right in college, right?
Right.
What does Michael bring to the offense here?
Michael, he's gonna get down and get dirty. When he comes on the line, he's always talking to the O-line, seeing where we're going, seeing where he has to go. And then, like I said, we've seen him make plays. We've seen him catch the ball, and the yards after catch, make people miss, run people over, bring some excitement to the team. So, like you said, people sleep on him, but he definitely he shows what he can do, each week.
What are you guys looking to accomplish? And I'm sorry if this was already asked, but what are you guys looking to accomplish this Sunday? Obviously, back at home, coming out of the bye week. How big is this game?
Yeah, it's huge. Coming off the bye week, like you said, kind of get a clean start. The bye week is where you kind of reset and kind of refocus. And we coming out to get a win. We got to protect the ball because we know they're pretty good at takeaways. So, just coming out, protecting the ball and getting a win.
My grandma, uncle, aunts, and cousins are out there. So, honestly, just did the same thing I do here. Just sit around, not really leave the house, just try to sleep in.
Good old relaxation.
Yeah, for the most part,
That's the best.
Yeah.
When you look at Jacksonville, some of the things that they pose that you're hoping to live up to.
Can you say that with someone?
Their strengths. What are some of Jacksonville's strengths?
Oh yeah, I say they have a good D line.
Yeah.
So I think we have a good O line. So it's going to handle that. We're very prepared. We're getting prepared throughout the week to handle that. And you just got to come with physicality, and we've got to improve on. So just got to do that. One
media member asked Geno a little earlier. He said, what's kind of your mentality 2 games in 5 days? And he said, gotta go.
Yeah.
What's your mentality?
Honestly, the same. This will be my first time ever having a flip like that. So I'll kind of be more so in the observing and following lead than leading right now, just because this is my first time doing it. But you gotta go. One after another. It's NFL. We gotta do it.
And then, Charles, one thing about you off the field, what's one hobby thing that kind of defines who you are other than football?
Yes, I say I'm a huge anime fan. So I've been watching anime since like 4th grade, and I've been on that for a while. That's like the biggest thing, probably.
Is there I'm sorry, I don't know much about anime.
Okay.
Like show me.
Yeah, I say favorite is Naruto. It's my favorite. And then I got top 3. It's like Naruto, there's one called Beck Mongolian Chop Squad, and then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Are there any qualities that those characters, or your favorite characters, pose that you bring onto the football field?
I'd say definitely say what's the word?
You can think about it.
Yeah. I'd say perseverance is one. And when all the odds are stacked against them, they just keep going through, and next play mentality type of thing.
We're gonna see a Naruto run celebration one time.
When I get on the field, maybe. Yeah.
It's about like the quick turnaround that you guys have coming up. You have a Sunday game, then Thursday. Like, how does that affect you in terms of preparation?
I ain't gonna lie. I hate
especially the older you get, you know, it's tough on the body. You know, your body, you can play Sunday and your body don't even snap back until Friday of next week, you know, or sometimes Saturday, right before the game. But, you know, obviously, you know, we understand what we're up against, and, you know, it's just part of the NFL. So we got to do our best to, you know, recover the body right away, and you know, push our, you know, rehab and recovery up, you know, a couple of days, you know, before, should we say.
How did the bye week help kind of reset you guys for preparations and just kind of get the mindset right?
Well, for me, I went home. I went back to my roots. I seen my nieces play basketball, they little AAU tournament and whatnot. So anytime I get around the family, you know, obviously it just brings me down and, you know, just keeps me humble and keeps me grounded.
Got Tyler Lockett here now. Just what kind of influence is he also in the locker room? What kind of player is he?
Little peanut head, man. That's my guy, man. He good dude, man. Great teammate. Obviously, you know, very unique in his way. He's been balling in this league for a long time, and obviously, you know, he brings that, you know, leadership presence for us, and you know, just bringing his swag and what he does on the field. You know, him and Gino always had a connection, so it's exciting to see.
What makes him a tough cover?
Man, you know, he's just really smart. You know, just sitting in his zones, just, you know, obviously going against him in practice in Seattle for so long, and one-on-one coverage and whatnot. You know, he's really one of those guys you can't really get your hands on at times. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys, he'll catch the ball and you think you're going to get a nice little hit on him, and then he's going to fall to the ground. You know, he's going to get that first down. But, man, I love Locke, man. He's not only a great football player, but he's a hell of a human.
What did you do in the bye week that kind of helped you mentally, physically reset?
Yeah, I mean, we had 2 practices, and then I was here for 2 or 3 days afterwards, and then went to the beach for 2 days to help mentally reset, just chill out for a little bit.
I went home, just get a little break. I went home, got to hang out with the family and friends, and just relax. Try not to think about football for a couple of days. Like Brock said, we had a good couple of days of practice before we got out of here, and we're feeling really good and ready to go for this week.
Your guys' friendship off the field, what are some fun things that you guys do off the field that kind of strengthens the bond on the field?
Yeah, no, we played a little bit of golf this offseason and hanging out. So, yeah, it's been good.
A little bit of golf, yeah. I beat him pretty good in golf every time we play, which is fun. But, yeah, no, tight ends as a whole, we got a really good tight-knit group. We'll do some fun dinners together, too, which is fun. Talk sports together and then hang out all the time. So, Brock's been great. Tight end room's great. And, you know, anywhere you go, I feel like in the NFL, the tight end room is pretty close, but we're very close here.
So you're a better golfer?
Way better. Way better. I'm definitely the best golfer in the tight end room. I don't know about the offensive side of the ball, but we'll see.
Brock, you're shaking your head.
No shot.
No shot. Go-to course that you guys like playing?
I'll play wherever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime, anywhere, yeah.
Time in a course, and I'll be there. Yeah.
I love it, guys. As you look towards Jacksonville, some of the things that they pose defensively.
Yeah, you know, they have some really good players on defense. The ends, and, I mean, in the secondary, they got some dudes in the secondary. So, I mean, I'm excited. It's a challenge, and I mean, we're ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be a big emphasis on the D-line this week. They got a lot of good players up front. Obviously, we know that in the league. And just communicating and executing like we need to do. Get a hat for a hat, communicate, know exactly where you need to be at the same time, and just get ready to roll.
And then, you know, just looking at not the Broncos, but two games in 5 days, pretty quick turnaround. How do you guys prep for that?
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a Thursday night game before, so I'm kind of excited and see how it goes, and I'm sure Coach will have a good plan for us.
Yeah, we'll have a plan for it. You know, obviously the number one thing, you know, especially me and Brock, stay healthy. So we do what we always do to try to stay healthy and to the best of our ability and stretch and things like that. So we'll have a plan for it. We'll be ready.
Do you guys enjoy doing interviews together?
Yeah. We should do this way more often.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let them know. Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Mike.